Okay, guess what we have here? I have a couple of fans that were a thrift store find very recently, a couple days ago. This one is a Lakewood, and it's a 1976 P-23 with metal blades. It was in good condition when I found it. There were a couple of broken grill slats, but fortunately, they had broken in such a manner that they fell inside the cabinet. So the broken slats were still there, and I was able to superglue them. And as you can see, you can't tell where they were. In fact, I honestly don't even remember where they were to show you. I know there was one right down here that was really broken in a complicated way. This one. So you can just kind of see where I had to put it back together with super glue. But an overall view of the fan, you can't really tell. It's the same for the back grill. So I have cleaned the aluminum blades as best I can, and it looks really nice. Here's the top of it. And let's try it out. Here's high. Listen to the startup sound. Medium. Low. And off. There we go. The knob is a little stiff because I just cleaned it, but I did not oil it. But it's got a good spin down time. The motor was very free spinning, but I went ahead and oiled it anyway, just to be on the safe side. And I have just now, it is 3:36 a.m. And I have just now finished this fan. I'm going to take it into the basement, let it run all night to kind of, get the juices flowing again. And we'll have another excellent, brand new, without the box, P-23. Okay, and here's the next fan that I got at the thrift store. At the thrift store. Both of these were $8, by the way. They're both $8. I missed by one day the 75% off. In other words, what I mean is this fan and the P-23 were both marked as $7.99 with orange tags. Now, the day before I went to the thrift store, orange was 75% off. So, yeah, I would have spent $4 for both these fans. Not quite exactly this fan. I'll explain in a minute. But I missed it, so meh, oh well. Okay, so what we have here is a 1981 Lakewood 2nd Gen. Yes, the motor is dated clearly 1981, and there are a couple of differences with this particular fan. See if you can spot them. In 1981, they did not have those feet. But also in 1981, they didn't have this color. Well, what is this you say? I'll explain it to you. I got this fan at the thrift store, and it was absolute shit condition. It was not needing restoration. It was not needing cleanup. It was a piece of shit. But I bought it thinking maybe I can save it and keep it from going to the dump, and if nothing else, make a parts fan out of it. As you can see, it is like brand new condition now. All right. The motor, which is a Macmillan, of course, dated 1981. Well, you can't see it, but let me turn it around so you can. Okay, there's the Macmillan motor. And to the astute, I don't know if you can see this or not in there, but the motor is dated 8/1. Okay. Anywho's, the reason why it is this gray color and nice shiny grills is because this 1981 second-gen Lakewood now resides in a 2007 Lakewood P25 box. That's right. Spat Spare's parents had a P25, which we have had videos on before, and the motor of which is buried in the trash can here, right there. There's a Macmillan motor from the 2000s. Why? Because the windings are burnt to shit. They're literally blobs of molten copper all over that motor. It's no good. The only way to fix it is to have it rewound. And I'm sorry, but I'm not spending $100 to have a 2007 Macmillan motor rewound. So, why is it in this box? Well, here we go. That's the box it came in. It's really hard to tell on the camera. But this box is complete and total waste. It looks like somebody had this fan laying on the ground and then hit it with a car. The frame is twisted. It's not square. Kind of hard to see there. But trust me, it's twisted. It's bent. There are places on the frame that are cracked, where the metal is actually warped out to the point where it has cracked the paint and cracked the metal underneath. Right there. See? That's a crack of the metal. Paint's missing. Look at that. I mean, it's just bent. It's terrible. Rusty. Terrible. Well, I'm going to save this handle, the sparkly sticker, and the feet. The metal gets recycled. We had this box with the bad motor and that blade set, and we decided to go ahead and make a new 1981 second gen Lakewood P223 out of the P25 box. So, as most collectors do, we had a couple of parts fans laying around. This one right here is the Lakewood, the P25 that we got from Spat Spare's parents' house. The capacitor, which there's an example back there. The capacitor on the original motor, which I just showed you in the trash, it went bad, but the fan was powered on, and it sat there, and it hummed, and it burned up the windings without tripping the thermal overload. Because we replaced the capacitor hoping we could save the fan altogether, and we could not. The motor still would not run. And one of the windings, if I'm not mistaken, it was the high winding, was open, so it wouldn't power at all. And the fan would work, but only on like low and medium. Or perhaps it was low and high and medium didn't work. I don't remember. But anyway, one of the speeds did not work, and we will not be able to put up with a motor that only works on a couple of speeds when it's a 3-speed. Anyhow, back to the fan at hand here. I put the 1981 motor and blade set from this box into this box, which is identical except for the color of the paint and the strain relief. Notice that at some point in time they cheapened the strain relief and simply made it a hole with a wire tie above it, tying the cord to the inside of the metal channel there. So other than that, the grills are new, the box is new, the blades have completely come clean, and this motor is amazing. I'll tell you why. This motor was packed full of lint and then grease on top of lint to the point where the motor was black and you could not see the vent holes. It was a black circle of fuzz and grease. Now, I don't know why, but it was. The rest of the fan was just screwed up too. And over there are the original grills. You can't really see, but they're all busted up. Lots of slats missing. Very greasy, nasty. So here we go. Nice, clean, 1981-2007 Lakewood P-223 P25. No, really, the only thing from 2007 is the metal box. I put the handle, the switch, the knob, blade set and motor, and power cord from the 1981 into this box. So, for all practical purposes, it's an 81 with a modern paint color. Anyways, here's high. Medium. And low. And OFF spells off. Now, one last thing I'd like to say about this motor. It ingested some sort of creature. I don't know. Maybe a mouse crawled into it. Maybe a bird got stuck in there. I don't know. But I do know that when I went to service the motor, which was covered in a black greasy fuzz, I tried to clean it with Clorox wipes. I tried to clean it with the Zippo fluid, or Ronsonol, or whatever it's called. The generic version, I guess. And it just was not happening. So I took the motor and I ran it through the dishwasher. Well, what was under the grease was blood. This motor was so bloody that the only thing I could think of was horror movies. So, I mean, I don't know how it got blood in it, but trust me, it was blood. Okay? It wasn't red paint. It wasn't brown paint. It wasn't rust. All right? With my, experience in forensics, I can explain to you that it was blood. It wasn't human, I don't think, but it was some sort of blood from a creature. So again, like I said, the only thing I can think of is a mouse or something crawled into the motor and died a horrible death with a spinning armature. But, yeah. So, the whole motor, wires and everything, went in the dishwasher. And as you can see, it came out like brand new. So, I wish I'd have taken a before and after video. I always say that. I realize that. Every fan video I post, I always say, I wish I'd have taken a before and after, but I always forget. So, anyways, this motor was black and fuzzy, and now it's clean again. And there's nothing inside. You could see all the way through it. But anyways. Alright, well, thanks for watching. And hit like and subscribe. And I hope you have a great day.